Hi all, welcome to Irai Learning. In this video, we are going to set up the expectations what you can have from this course. This course is basically designed for four kind of people. First is freshers. In this fresher category, we are considering recently entered into their professional career and the experienced people who are having some kind of SAP experience and operational experience like 1 to 5 years. Then we goes to SAP consultants who are professional enough in working with the SAP and especially trend one. And fourth is the end user. These are the users which have the SAP access or who works on the SAP at limited functionalities. But three things which are very common in all these four people. First is business scenario. Business scenario is nothing but a process knowledge. How purchase requisition work, how PO is issued, how we are getting the material after the PO, and furthermore. Knowledge of all these points into the business perspective is called business scenario. End user transactions are like how to create PR into system, how to issue PO. So how to make entry of inward invoices, how to make entry of inward goods, like that. Every single activity which we do into the SAP comes under this end user transactions. And the third one is configuration, which is a high level champ work. Configuration is a root of SAP. How individual elements is configured into the SAP is via configuration. Like I have a company which have 3 plants, 2 warehouses, 7 storage locations. Then all these 3 plants and 2 warehouses will be given individual identity into the SAP. Storage location will also be given individual identity into the SAP. Then only we can work with the system. So that is called configuration. Now, if a fresher wants to become a SAP consultant, and the first thing that he have to learn is business scenario, how the things work into the business. Second is end user transactions, and third one is configuration. Similarly, the experienced people who already have a knowledge of business scenario, he has to learn end user transactions and configurations. A SAP consultant which already have a knowledge of business scenario, end user transactions and configurations. SAP consultants are the people who usually do the configuration of the SAP for a specific plant. If you're talking about the end user, he needs to know about business scenario, yes, and about the end user transactions. But configuration is not a subject for end users. The person who's just started to learn the SAP MM will find a question in his mind that why should I learn MM? So we have the answer. Firstly, there are so many modules in the SAP like SD, CRM, MM, etc. etc. But the MM is an easiest module to learn. And MM module is having a wide scope in the market. As we all know that every operating industry in the market has three functionalities in very common. First is procurement, second is inventory management, and third is planning. And all these three fundamental things will be covered in the MM. And next question arises, who can learn the SAP MM? So here is our answer, anybody. Anybody who is interested to learn the SAP can, can have a look at our videos, can learn through that. Now we will try to understand that why we need material management. And in order to understand that, we are going to take two examples. One is Reliance Industries Limited, one of the leading industries in India. And second, a Jairam local store. So Reliance Industries Limited is having a huge organization structure. They are having 15 plus operating plants all over India. And they have individual departments to deal assigned a task in plant functioning. What about Jairam store? It's a one or two, three stores. It will have a dedicated owner. And all functionings will be self-controlled by the owner. Coming next. Now, now if we see at the process of Reliance Industries Limited, the plant will demand some material or services and raise a PR, so-called purchase requisition, in alignment with the budget. Now, material management team comes into the picture. They will arrange material or service by processing the procurement order or service order In this process, they will use RFQ, so-called request for quotation, and vendor selection process, a combination of commercial and technical evaluation, then budget alignment, and finally procurement order processing. Then warehouse management team comes into the picture. They will manage the acceptance of the good at plant level and its quality inspection, which is done by technical as well as warehouse team. And furthermore, they will handle the material movement inside the plant. And then the role comes for the financial team, who will arrange the payment for the vendors. But now we talk about the Jairam store, where material or service requisitioner is owner or self. Approver is again the owner. Procurement is again done by the owner. Logistics arrangement is again done by the owner itself. And the payment is again done by the owner itself. So this is the process. There is an easy process to do all these things. And when it's come to the big level of operations, we need a system in place to handle these activities. And that is called material management. Now we are going to introduce you the installation procedure of SAP software. Firstly, let me clear you that we are not an authorized trainer by the SAP. We are just making this video for the learning purpose. Now firstly, in order to install, we have opened the SAP installation folder, that is PD NW 7.0 presentation 7.40 complete package 1. And here we click on SAP GUI installer. It will ask us to define the location of installation. Click on next. And here it is. This SAP software is installed. This was the first part, how to install. Now we go to the second part, how to configure. So in order to configure, firstly you have to start the SAP application. And here in this screen, you have to provide the server. Please note, SAP is not an application which can easily run on your desktop alone. So a background server is required to operate the SAP. So in our case, we have our own server setting available with us. So I'm going to input all the required data into this software. So here ECC is the description, application server ecc6.domain.com, instance number 0, system ID ECC, and next. So now this ECC is configured into my SAP logon GUI. So SAP GUI is an interface which provides you the access of SAP over your server location. So now on double clicking the SAP, I have access of my SAP. So here, this is the login screen of SAP. Once you open the software, it will ask for the user ID and password. So we are entering our credentials. And here it is, SAP Easy Access. This is the software's front page. And first time when you open it, it looks like that. It has two main folders. First is favorite and second is SAP menu. SAP menu, it's a Bible for the SAP. It will have detail of each and every transactions which we are going to need for this. So going forward, we are going to understand in detail all about this. So now I'm showing you the logistics part. Actually, most of the activities related to the material management will be covered under this logistics subgroup. Here material management, purchasing, so purchase order. In bottom you can see release, list reporting, inbound delivery, follow-on functions. So everything will be covered over here. So firstly I am going to the create. So here you can create any PO by vendor. If you know the vendor is unknown. We are going to talk all about this in our upcoming videos. So we have our menu with us, but we want to know their display names. Then how we can do that? So in order to find out that, go to extra, setting, and then just click on display technical names. This will show you T codes for the respective activities. Now what is T codes? T codes are basically unique codes. Using them, we can directly access our individual transactions in the taskbar. Okay, so here you can see ME21N for vendor oblique supplying plant known. So ME21N is a short code which I can enter over above. You can see in the task menu bar. So to directly access this functionality. So I'm just entering this code ME21N and execute. So here I have my create purchase order window. So in this video we just learned basic about our software. We have three basic functionality buttons in our SAP system. First is back button, which will take us to the back windows. Then the up button, which will take us to SAP menu screen. Then close, which will furthermore close this GUI application. By clicking on this star windows button, you can access a new fresh GUI window. So I just request you don't get confused over here. In upcoming videos, when we are going to use these icons, you will understand what is the role of individual things into our system. So for this video, we have learned what is the importance of SAP, how to install it, and basic overview of server configuration and startup of PO. So in next video, we are going to learn product to pay lifecycle SAP process, in which we are going to take an example of a small organization, small company, and execute a purchase order into the SAP system, and we are also going to learn all aspects related to that purchase order execution.